Silk is one of the most luxurious and the softest fabric in the world. To obtain 1 kilogram of silk, around 2500 silkworms are needed. But how is this silk made from these silkworms? Get ready to discover the astonishing process of silk creation. Join us on a fascinating journey as we unravel the secret of silkworm breeding and delicate extraction of the valuable cocoons. Legend has it that silk was discovered when cocoon fell into the tea of the Empress of China, unveiling a long and silk thread. Today, over two-thirds of the 410,000 tons of silk produced in the world came from China. However, silk enthusiasts traveled to Thailand to obtain the finest thread. These villagers continue their ancestors' traditions, hand weaving high quality silk. Thai silk is considered one of the best in the world, and creating the best fabric starts with the best insects, silkworm. The process is silk fabrics being with the breeding of the silkworms. This step is essential to ensure the availability of silkworm and their proper development. Healthy and fertile adult females are chosen for reproduction. Females are placed in boxes or suitable environments where they lay their eggs. The adult females deposit their eggs on a suitable substrate such as paper or mulberry leaves, which are the main food source for silkworms. Ensuring optimal environmental condition is crucial for the incubation of the eggs. The eggs are kept under controlled temperature and humidity to facilitate their development. They start as small as the head of a pin and placed hatched, they being to grow. The newly hatched silkworm, known as larvae, are very small and start feeding on mulberry leaves for their growth. The silkworm larvae are placed in the boxes to trays where they are provided with the fresh mulberry leaves. During this stage, silkworms feed voraciously as their main object is to grow and increase in size. Maintaining appropriate conditions of temperature, humidity, and ventilation is essential to ensure the well-being and healthy growth of the silkworms. Rearing silkworms is a delicate task that requires constant care and attention to ensure their healthy development. The personnel at the silk factory supervises and control the breeding process, ensuring that the silkworm receive proper nutrition and conditions for their growth to become a silk producing larval. These insects will have to multiply their weight by 10,000 times. They are meticulous and strictly vegetarian, only accepting fresh mulberry leaves collected by hand at these farms. They collect more than 2 tons of leaves per week. The leaves are cut into smaller pieces and placed
boxes or trays to make it easy for the silkworms to assess the quantity and quality of the mulberry leaves provided to the silkworms are carefully monitored. It is crucial to ensure they always have enough food and to replace dry or damaged leaves to guarantee optimal nutrition. Regular cleaning of the boxes or trays is done to remove feces and dry leaves, maintaining a clean environment and reducing the risk of diseases or infections among the silkworms. After the silkworms have grown and been adequately fed, they start forming their silk cocoons. This step is critical in the silk production processes. After 40 days and 40 nights of continuous eating, the larvae are ready to rest, but before their slumber begins, the silkworms start the task of weaving a cocoon that will protect them while they transform into butterflies. The silkworms start producing a special liquid substance through the silk glands located in the heads. This substance quickly solidifies upon contact with air, forming a continuous thread that wraps around the body of the silkworm. The silkworms constantly move and weave while secreting the silk threads These movements help shape the cocoon and ensure the even distribution of the threads around the silkworm's body. As the silkworm continues secreting and wrapping the silk threads, the cocoon gradually takes shape. The cocoons consist of a single continuous silk thread that can reach several hundred meters in length. Each caterpillar can produce almost a kilometer of silk to cover themselves. After 3 or 4 days of spinning, the cocoon is ready. During this time, the silkworm remains.
The cocoon is ready during this time. The worm remains inside the cocoon, protected and safe. The information of the cocoon is city stage in the silk protected for change. The cocoons contain the phase that we use in the manufacturing of luxurious elegant fibers. Was completed the formations of their cocoons. It's time to harvest them carefully. The harvesting of the cocoon is a dedicated process that ensures the obtaining of the valuable silk threads. The workers at the silk factory carefully examine the cocoons and selected those are the optimal conditions of harvesting. The cocoons are separated one by one, being carefully not to damage the silk threads that surrounds them. The cotton cocoons are identified based on their quality and size. The large and more uniform cocoons produce better quality and longer threads. The collected cocoons undergo thermal treatments. They are planted in the hot water of streams for a specific period, which kills the worms inside the cocoons and facilitates the expression of the silk threads. Then the process of unveiling exchange. The threads of the cards out several threads from different cocoons are joined together to form a strong and contiguous threads, making it easier for the further process. And weaving the silk fibers are helping together by protected cooling screens to remove the surge or emerge. Hot water, soft creams and relations. The flaming details of the silk filaments is only a few hundreds of millimeters or several are needed to form a strong enough to use. It takes 5,000 cocoons and 30 hours for the workers to just one skins of the workers at a factory. Perform these tasks while care depressed to ensure that exotics of high quality silk thread. That corrected silk threads undergo cleaning process to remove impurities, remains of cocoons and many others unrelated substances are carefully washed in warm water or immune, gently cleaning solutions to impure quality.
And shine, the problem with wet silk is that it is very fragile and you don't want to break a thread. That you spend an entire day obtaining. A very ingenious solution is to sprinkle it with rice, which immediately absorbs the moisture. The silk thread is wound around a spindle, a very ancient instrument that measures the length of the thread. If color is desired, the dyeing process is carried out. The silk threads are immersed in natural or chemical dyes to achieve the desired colors. Dyeing is done with caution to ensure a uniform distribution of the color on the threads. The silk threads are wound onto bobbins or reels to facilitate their handling during the spinning process. Spinning can be done manually or using specialized machinery. The threads are twisted and combined to form stronger and continuous yarns that will be used in the manufacturing of silk fabrics. This can be done manually or mechanically depending on the scale of production. The silk threads are carefully interwoven to create a soft, light, and elegant fabric with a great variety of patterns and textures. Thanks for watching.